Hi, I'm Jeremy with Krawler. We just got back from a long week of King of the Hammers. We wanted to say thank you first off to all of those of you who followed our build and supported us along with the week that we had and in the race. We had a pretty crazy week. We dropped the car off the trailer. We knew it wasn't 100% done. There were some things we had to do. It's a brand new car for us. We get it to Tech. At Tech, they said it was a little overweight. So we had to put it on a Jenny Craig diet. We actually ended up losing our quarter panels in the back and our rear bumper to actually make weight. That very much so upset the car. Obviously, set off the weight balance for the vehicle itself, making it, potentially have to retune the suspension. So we finally get the car through Tech. We know the suspension's not tuned yet, and the qualifications are coming up. We actually, Justin and I hop in the car, our first real time actually even driving the vehicle, start our qualification lap. On the first jump, we actually land, of course, gravity takes over. The throttle position sensor actually breaks off the throttle body. Car dies. We're like, what the hell now? Again, brand new car, could be anything electronic. We just changed the fuel. We didn't really know. We get over to Poison Spider's pits, start doing some diagnostics, see the fuel pressure is a little low. We're concerned with the fuel pump assembly, and put a code scanner on it, pop the hood, and obviously see the throttle position sensor sitting on the engine block. That was on Tuesday, I believe, so we have one more day to get that car together. We actually call a local dealership and order the parts and have them overnighted in. We get the parts, get the car running. About 45 minutes before we have to run it through contingency, everything looks good. All the systems are checking out. So we have 45 minutes to basically try to tune the suspension in the car. We did a spring change quick and then some quick valving adjustments, but the car was really never set up right for the desert after that section. We just said, screw it, let's wing it. We're going to do this. Get the car to the starting line. We went off the starting line like 28th, 29th. We were a little bit slow in the desert sections. Again, just mostly because we just had the lack of time to tune the suspension. Actually, it wasn't all that bad. We get to checkpoint 2 at 12:30, and Justin and I are kind of thinking, damn, 2, 3, 4 hours, we'll be done with this race. Based on our pre-running of the course and things of that nature. So we take off. Everything checks out at a checkpoint 2 really well. Hop up to Jackhammer. Well, the Terraflex sponsored two-door J case high centered in the middle of the trail. Thinking we have a lot of extra time, we decided to get out and really try to help these guys so we can get them out of our way. Don't have to really take a crazy line. Hook up the winch. We try to push them. They're pulling us down the hill. They were really hung up. We finally get them off the ledge, and cost us about an hour of race time. So they let us pass. We walked up Chocolate Thunder and continued on the rock course. We get out to pit 2A with another hour, 45 minutes left, I believe, before the race timed out. And we're like, oh, heck, it's only like 45 minutes. We still got this. We're doing all right. Because our only goal was to really get this new car out there and finish. We knew it was a long way from being competitive. We basically test and tune the car in negative 20 degrees in snow, just trying to work out all the bugs and kinks of a new vehicle. So we head out. We bang through Martel, heading over to Elvis. All of a sudden, we look up. We get to the bottom of Elvis, and there's 2 vehicles across the trail. So Justin does his best to try to help the 4802 car, I believe it was. It was a Legends car that was crossed up at the top of the trail. And that took quite a while. We finally get them moving. Then the next car high centers too. So we end up taking the hard left line right over the top. For those of you that know Elvis, basically right over the top of the big rock in the middle of the trail anyway, to get out of there. But all in all, we lost another hour's time, according to the IRC tracker. So, about that time it was pretty close to 6 o'clock. It was pretty dark out. So we're heading back. We finished the course, finished the race. but we did time out. I believe we finished with like 18 or 20 minutes after 6 o'clock. So, in that regard, it was a bummer. But all in all, for a brand new car, that thing was running an off-the-shelf Off-Road Pro long arm system, had a brand new set of RRD 2 and 5/8 bypass shocks in it, and a lot of unknowns. The car actually really held together well. For those of you who actually want to see it, it will still be on the West Coast tour. It's actually at Absolute Off-Road right now. It will be at TDS. It'll be at Moab. And it will also be at Jeep Beach before we bring it back here and actually start some racing on the East Coast with it. But we're not going to even change a single part. We're going to try to find out what fails with our products so we have better components and better products for all of you guys. I really want to say thank you to a lot of the people that helped us out. There was a lot of time involved, a lot of effort, a lot of family members and family time that was lost because of the build, because of the week itself. Larry McRae of Poison Spider really showed us around, did a little bit of pre-running with us on the rocks that helped us get some bearings of where everything was. John Roca of Savvy let us use his vehicle for pre-running the rock sections, so we didn't have to run absolutely everything in our vehicle. Derek, Ken, Nate, Nick, myself, our wives, our family, all these people sacrificed a lot of time so we could actually do what we enjoy and love to do. Justin did a great job of spotting all day. That was the most I've ever seen him run. The Twinkie at the end of the race was definitely well-deserved. It was just all in all, it was a great week. A little disappointed that we didn't finish under time, but you know what? It's our first time out there as a company. All of our products look absolutely great in the vehicle. We're going to make some tweaks to that vehicle and come back stronger for 2015. We also really want to thank all the companies that helped us out or were involved in our build in one way or another. Without them, this would be a tremendous task. Poison Spider Customs, obviously, they helped us a tremendous amount with pit support, logistics of the race, but also their armor is some of the best proven armor in the industry. I mean, we tend to think we're a pretty hardcore company. Whenever we're on the trails and things of that nature, either right ahead of us or right behind us is Larry and his crew on the same trails, and we're all out there enjoying the same thing, testing our products, developing it, and doing what we need to do to make sure our products are the best you guys can get. Rigid Industry, the lighting that they provided was absolutely awesome. Their new optics really was a huge, vast improvement over what they had before, and even their products before were obviously second to none. The Q's as headlights, we noticed a lot of people saw that on the vehicle. They worked absolutely phenomenal as the headlights for the vehicle. We used a MagnaFlow exhaust hot rod kit. It was an awesome application for us to be able to do our own custom exhaust in-house and gave the car, a nice free-flowing exhaust, great power, did what we needed to do to make the exhaust. Falcon, obviously Falcon Tire had their new mud terrains this year. The tire was absolutely flawless all day long. We didn't have a single flat. Method race wheels, they actually have their new NV beadlock. It's a great wheel. They use a pressure cast process to make the wheel. It's much lighter than your standard forged beadlock. Therefore, it's got less parasitic loss, and obviously it's proven itself to be very strong because there were many competitors out there on that wheel. S-Pod, Mom and Dad S-Pod, for those of you not familiar with their products, they make putting electrical accessories into your JK, TJ, or LJ as easy as it can possibly get. They're great people. They helped us pit support. Also, obviously, with the electronics of the vehicle, we used a lot of their products to make all of our electronics simpler and less work. You guys will love their products. Nitro Gear, I mean, they've got their Excalibur U-joints. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know about them before we started the race. They're absolutely awesome. They held up great. Then they've obviously got their gears, their gear sets. They supplied us with the third members. I mean, all of their products were absolutely flawless. Daystar products. Daystar supplied us with, little things that you don't really think about, but you actually need for your vehicles, whether it be a hood pin kit, solid body mounts that are not going to fail, things of that nature. I mean, for unique items, D-ring isolators, things that make your cars not rattle. They've really got a bunch of unique products and have leveling kits for your applications. You might want to check them out. Genrite Off-Road. Obviously, Tony did very well, and his family. Tony finished second in the unlimited class. Jamie, I know, did very well in the modified class. They supplied us with the fuel pump assembly rings, so you can adapt the stock sending unit to a fuel cell, which makes conversions for motor swaps and things of that nature. It's awesome. It simplifies your life. They also had supplied us with their racing pitman arm that fits the factory TJ-LJ box. You know, it's second to none in strength for that application. A factory pitman arm, you know, forging or not, is not going to hold up the way their pitman arm does. Crown Automotive, Tom over at Crown supplied us with some of the factory brake components and other factory parts that we needed to use to actually get our vehicle together. They've got millions and millions of parts that are just OE replacement, back to the Willys all the way up to the JK. You know, very unique products that you might want to take a look at. Obviously, Savvy Off-Road. I mean, what more can you say? I mean, Gerald and John went out there and kicked some butt, but you know, Savvy supplied us with the aluminum half doors. And Gerald's a great guy. He's got some really unique products to the industry, and you know, they're a great company to work with. Obviously, John Roca of Savvy helping us out with the loaner buggy, I should say, just made our week a lot easier. Trek Armor made our limit straps and did some seat harnesses for us. Factor 55, you know, Mike, he's got some very unique products for recovery gear, all machine billet aluminum products, very, very nice products. You know, we actually had to use it twice, once to help somebody else and once to winch ourselves up a waterfall. His products will never let anybody down. Definitely check out Factor 55 for your recovery gear. And we just want to say, again, thank you for everybody for your support, whether you be a fan of ours, a racing competitor, or what have you, and we'll be back for a stronger 2015.